Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a good day today. Today is going to be kind of a fun video to do because I feel like for this video, you're going to be getting a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different opinions when it comes to the idea of should all video games, every single video game that comes out, should all video games have an easy mode? Well, one person on Twitter, or I guess on TikTok, posted a video onto Twitter giving this idea of all video games should have an easy mode. Now, you did get a lot of different opinions. You had people that had disagreed, agreed, and honestly, looking at not only watching the video, but also looking at the comments, I feel like for me personally, I feel like there's a little bit of nuance when it comes to the idea of having an easy mode in all video games. Now, some developers, some creators create video games that not have the idea of making it easy. Look, they're creating a journey. Video games are a journey. You're experiencing it through the character that you're playing, through their eyes, and experiencing the game and the experience that they're going on. You're exploring, you're doing different chores, you're battling monsters, you're doing this and that. There's challenges and hardships through the game that not only make you a better player or give you a little bit of challenges and hardships through that journey, but also does it for the character as well, and it creates the storyline that they're trying to create. These challenges, these hardships create a story for the character to the overall end goal of the end of the journey. Now, life is exactly the same way. There's no easy mode. Let's just say this. There is no easy mode in life. I don't care who you are. There's not an easy mode. But when it comes to life, man, you have challenges, you have hardships, there's different things you have to overcome that change you as a person as you're making your way through the journey of life. There's not an easy mode. So I know video games and life are a little bit different. You can do easy mode in video games, but it is an interesting idea of what does it actually take? Does it take away? Does it add? Does it not take away? Does it not do anything? Does it not change? Does an easy mode not change anything at all when it comes to creating the story that you're wanting to experience as a player and as a character as well? So I want to get into this video. I'm going to give you guys my opinion as we're making our way through the video, and then I'm going to give you my overall perspective of this entire thing towards the end. So let's get into it. Just in case if you haven't watched it, I want to actually show you exactly what this TikToker is saying about easy mode in video games.
All video games need easy modes. I'm gonna explain. But first, if you're one of those "you're not a real gamer if you play games on easy mode" people, you can scoot right along there, bust. Okay,
I just want to say this real quick. Look, look, if somebody disagrees with your perspective of, you know what, you like to play games on easy mode, okay, that's not a big deal. But if people disagree with it, I don't think that's a great idea to just shun people away. Look, I get it. People can be nasty. Look, especially online, Twitter, whatever it might be. It's just the day and age that we live in. People are nasty online. It's just the way of life. Just you kind of have to get used to it a little bit. But I don't think you should be shunning away people that disagree with your opinion of easy mode in all video games. I think there's perspectives, different opinions that I have that people disagree with that let me know either online or even in real life. But I don't think you shun those people away because it might be a perspective that you might not have thought about, or opinion that you might not have thought about that could actually change your overall opinion about a certain topic if you just kind of listen them out. So I feel like when you go through this, when you say that you don't want to listen to people that don't think you're a real gamer because you play on easy mode, one, I don't think you should be, you know, if somebody has negative, don't take it as hard, I guess. But I think you should actually just hear them out as much as you possibly can. I'm just my perspective, okay? So let's get on.
Because listen, I love video games. I'm also very bad at video games.
And look, there's honestly, God, look, there's nothing wrong with loving video games, even though you're bad. Look, there's a video game, so we'll get into it towards the end. There is a video game that I'm going to use as an example that I love. I love the Star Wars games and whatnot, but man, Respawn, God bless them, they made a game that I was really bad at. I didn't want to play it on easy mode. I refused. I refused to play it on easy mode, and damn it, it was hard for me, but I love it, man. I love the journey. I love the storyline that they were creating. But I think it was just maybe for me personally, I wanted a challenge. I wanted something to challenge me because that made the overall payment of the end of the game, the end of the storyline, a little bit more satisfying for me. I think that kind of goes with life as well. You're wanting life to be challenging because the challenges and adversaries you go through is a better payoff. And it's something that you get to look forward and achieve. You know, you get to look forward to your achievements. I mean, even for me, I mean, it's a goofy idea, but I look at my Xbox achievements, even maybe the Mile High Club on Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I look at that going, man, I did that. I did that. But it's just an interesting thing, you know, this idea of you might be bad at video games. It's okay. But honestly, for some people, I mean, just keep doing it, trying to get better at it. Even though you might be bad at it, it's okay. It's still fun to keep going. And if you have to play in easy mode, okay, not a big deal. If somebody's judges, just don't worry about it. I don't know, man. Are we soft? I don't know. Maybe we're soft, but this is what I'm saying.
I'm a big kid with a big kid job and responsibilities like car payments, and I don't have time to be good at video games. Side note, we are...
Okay, so this is the thing that I look at this as well. Look, if you guys know me, I got a job, I got a wife, I got kids. I enjoy time at the gym. I think for me personally, I just prioritize. You, as an adult, you kind of learn to prioritize certain things. Get home from work, kids are at daycare, mama's at work. I get a little bit of time to play video games. I play a little bit of video games, come down here, make a YouTube video, have lunch, and then go work out and stuff like that. And then I go pick up my kids and enjoy the rest of the day with my kids. There's different things as an adult that you kind of learn to prioritize throughout your life. And if video games is one of them, if video games is kind of a release for you, that you just want to enjoy a journey and you want to kind of get away from the real world and you want to use it as an escape, you'll do that and you'll have a fun time in doing it. But using, you know, car payments, responsibilities and stuff like that, I get it. As adults, we have more responsibilities, we have more challenges and stuff that you have throughout life. But if you're wanting to use it as something that to have fun in, to kind of get a release from, I think you should definitely try to make time for it. You try to prioritize where it kind of fits in. So again, my little opinion about it.
We're not hating on people that make video games a priority. If being good at video games is one of your priorities, what an excellent way to spend your downtime. I am flabbergasted by your skills. It's just not one of my priorities. I have many skills in this life, but beating Hollow Knight mini bosses is not one of them. I don't want a challenge. Life is hard enough. I want a cool interactive story. You know what happens is...
Okay. Come on. Look, I get it. Life is hard. I totally understand. There are different challenges that we experience in life. I mean, hell, I got deployed to Afghanistan, which is a topic in the news nowadays. Wife got deployed in 2012. I got deployed in 2013. I even lost my dad. My dad passed away when I was in Afghanistan. So there are challenges throughout life that, again, understanding that video games in life are a little bit different, but understanding that video games, they're just a video game, man. The video games are something that you can kind of pause, turn off, go do something else, come back and play again, where life just keeps on going, keeps overflowing through through life. So yes, life is difficult, but just because life is difficult doesn't mean you got to make games easy. I don't know. Again, I don't want to take away from this idea that some people just want to have an easy game and experience it, and we'll get into that as well when it comes to wanting to experience an easy game and wanting to get through the story, but also too, does that take away from stuff? So anyway,
I get frustrated on a fight I can't beat, and I end up giving up, and I lose out on so much cool story. Video game creators, this is my plea to you. / on with the story. Easy modes, please. Thank you.
Okay, so that is the overall video of this entire discussion, where this TikToker created this video saying all games should have easy modes. Now, the last bit I want to talk about just real quick when it comes to, all right, so this idea of not being able to experience the game because you're not able to make it certain parts of it, or the journey is too hard, you're not able to make it through the game. But I have an idea. I have this thing. It's cheat code. It's cheat mode. You just go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Just type in walkthrough on a specific game. I'll say this. Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 has a thing where you unlock certain weapons that are infinite ammo, but you have to beat it in a certain time. Well, I was like, man, I don't know how the hell I'm going to be able to do that. I have no idea. Like, what route do I need to take? What items do I need to pick up? Just go on to YouTube, you search in, hey, you know what? I want to, play Resident Evil 2 at this speed and beat the game at this time. Boom, you got it. There's so many different videos, there's so many different topics on YouTube to where you're able to watch and get these videos to where you're able not only to get get tips and strategy guides on being able to beat a game, but also too, you can get a walkthrough. You can get something to where you can just watch a game, watch somebody else play a game, and actually experience the game through somebody else. Now, I get it, you're not experiencing it for yourself with a controller in your hand, but again, you're able to still watch the story. I mean, dude, this is a funny personal experience. There's video games back when I was a little kid, back in the 90s, that I didn't get to. I mean, this is like NES stuff, video games that I never beat, but you know what? I get on YouTube and watch it, be like, oh, that's how you beat it? Okay, I'll carry on with my life. So there's different avenues being able to approach this stuff, but I get it. I get it that this person, this individual on TikTok is wanting it to where they want to experience the game for themselves. They want to experience the game on easy mode, in an easy fashion, to where they're not really sweating or, you know, trying to, you know, different tactics and different strategies to get through the game to get towards the end. Now, my perspective on it, at that point, you're just, you know, it's a movie, really. I mean, you watch a movie, you're experiencing these characters through a movie, you're just kind of sitting there, there's no hardships or anything that you have to suffer as a player, there's no controller or anything, you're just watching a movie. And pretty much, if we're getting to that point where it's easy mode, I mean, I don't know if it's easier than easy mode or something like that, but at that point, you're pretty much just watching a movie. So you could go to YouTube and just watch somebody playing the game. At least that's my perspective of this entire thing. Now, let's get into the idea of video games having easy mode. Does that take away from what the creators are trying to create? Like I said, when it comes to a video game that I know personally, when it comes to Star Wars The Fallen Order, my God, man, that game was hard as hell for me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if there was just a combat, combat for me that I just could not pick up very well. But they were able to create a video game. Respawn was able to create a video game that had a great storyline, had great characters, had an easy mode, had a normal, and hard, and super difficult, or whatever it might have been. But they had different play styles and different levels for different experiences or different people that wanted to challenge it. There was something there for people that wanted less of a challenge. There's people there that have more of a challenge. But there are options out there. Now, it might not be the options for everybody. Now, there might be games out there that are not supposed to be experienced in a difficult, or in an easy mode. Dark Souls being one of them, or even Fallen Order being one of them as well. It might not be, even easy mode might not be that easy. But those games are made in a certain way because they're wanting to create hardship. They're wanting to create something to where people have dedication that they need to put into it to make the payoff of the journey that much better. I mean, you go through life of different hardships and different things you do in life, and towards the end of it, you can look back and go, you know what? All those hardships made me a better person, made me a better thing, made me be able to provide more things to my family and stuff like that. There is a journey through these things. There's hardships and challenges that we have to suffer through and get through for the overall end goal of the journey that we're on. Video games are the exact same way. Now, when you take away that hardship, you take away those challenges, is the payoff that great? Is the payoff in that journey that great? Now, if you're wanting to just watch it and experience the storyline through this easier mode and stuff like that, I mean, I guess you're not somebody that's wanting to have that challenge and wanting to get that satisfaction of being able to, make it over these hardships, make it over these challenges that you make through the video game, stuff like that. To me, I see that going, you know what, there are certain things, just like a movie that we'd watch that we don't experience that stuff as an individual person. But as in a video game that you're wanting to experience that as a player, you're wanting to get those challenges. You're wanting to experience that hardship because not only is it making you a connected person to the video game, it's making you a connected person to the player. You're having that perspective of creating these hardships and wanting to get through these hardships with that character because you're creating a connection with the character because you're going through it, they're going through it. When you're creating it easy, it's not the same. It's not the same hardships. Now, again, don't get me wrong. I think there should be an easy mode in it. If people are wanting to experience that, there should be an option for an easy mode. And like I said as well, there have been games out there for a long, long time that have had easy modes. I don't know if it could get easier than that for some games. But in that aspect as well, if you're wanting something easy and you're wanting to experience the journey of a video game or certain journeys in different types of video games, you can always have the option of going to YouTube and watching different videos just like a movie. But again, it kind of depends on exactly what you are. I agree with the aspect of there should be an easy mode, which again, like I said, there are easy modes in video games, but also too, does that take away from certain aspects of the video game that the developers are wanting the player to have and experience for the overall payoff of the end of the journey? So anyway, just wanted to give you guys my perspective. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about easy mode? Should easy mode be in all video games? Like they already are for most, I would say. But anyway, let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please have a great rest of the day, and I look forward to talking to you guys all next time.